Okay, good evening. I'd like to call to order the regular meeting of the Economic Development Commission for Tuesday, October 14th. A Pledge of Allegiance will be led by Commissioner Tagle. If we could all please stand.
Raise your right hands, everybody. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Commissioner Tagle. Roll call, Ms. Aguila.
Good evening, Honorable Chair. I will proceed with taking the roll call. Prior to doing so, if it is at the pleasure of the Commission, we can excuse Commissioner Hughes, who is not present today. To do so would take a majority consensus of the Economic Development Commission. Do I have a majority consensus to excuse Commissioner Hughes?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, with that, I'll proceed with roll call this evening. Commissioner Chang?
Here.
Commissioner Hughes noted absent and excused for the record. Commissioner Tagley?
Present.
Vice Chair Hugh?
Present.
Chair Reyes?
Present.
All commissioners noted present with the exception of Commissioner Hughes. Thank you.
Item 4, public comments and suggestions. This section is reserved for public comment on the consent calendar and items not listed on the agenda, but that are within the subject matter jurisdiction of the commission. Verbal comments will be limited to 3 minutes per speaker, subject to chair extending to a maximum of 5 minutes per speaker, with a total time allotted not to exceed 45 minutes unless the chair extends. Do I see anyone for public comment? If you could please give the commission your name and
Yes.
residence.
Hi, Dr. Telvina Jurado. I'm here in my capacity as a board member of the Cerritos Chamber of Commerce, and I just wanted to be here in support and just let you know that we are reorganizing and we're trying to get more activities on our calendar. Was there anything else? Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
Anybody else for public comment? Come on up, sir. Come on up, sir. Please state your name and residence for the record, please.
Yeah, before that, do you have 3 minutes or 5 minutes?
3 minutes.
Could you be more generous and give me 5 minutes?
We'll see how it goes. Go ahead, begin, and we'll see where we're at.
Because I have a lot, because I am,
We'll give you 5 minutes.
thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Ms. Christine. Good evening, commissioners. Welcome to the second meeting. And last meeting, I saw Mayor Grace Hu ask a very important question. When did the council stop funding the Cerritos Chamber of Commerce? Good question.
Thank you.
Why was it stopped? Even better question. Right?
Thank you.
Answer was none of your business. Council decided. You are not here to discuss these kind of questions. You are out of order. I disagree. So are many Cerritos residents. Why? Here are some reasons. Do you know that Cerritos Council, for the first time, stopped funding chamber in 2025-26 financial year budget? How sad. Why? For the first time, City of Cerritos and Council excluded Cerritos Chamber and organized State of the City on their own, sideline chamber. That was a major opportunity lost for the chamber to be visible in the community among the small businesses. Why are we doing that? Do we need a chamber? I think the answer is yes. Do we need a Cerritos chamber? Yes. Or can we live with just a Filipino chamber? Some council members seem to think that that is good enough. We disagree. Why? Cerritos has 50,000 residents, 8,000 Filipinos, 5,000 Indians. I am one of them. We have Indian chamber. We have Korean chamber. So council members should not be going and supporting any of these kind of small chambers and at the expense of not supporting Cerritos chamber, because Cerritos chamber represent 50,000 residents, all the businesses. Indian business, Filipino business, Japanese business, Korean business, you name it, right? We need them, okay? So now, what can we do? Am I asking city to give them $60,000? No, don't do that. Don't spoil them. No. I'm not asking you to do any kind of those kind of favor. No. It's just like your kid, right? If you give them money without holding them accountable, they will get spoiled. Then what are your options as a parent? Stop giving them money and let them figure out their own, or do you help them to be independent, stand on their own? That's what we should do. Chambers should learn to stand on their own. They should not depend on city's $60,000. Why? Because if they can get 150 members, they can get that money. Cerritos has got around 3,000 small businesses. Each business, if they pay $400, money is not an issue, but they should know how to get there, right? So there are various things chamber can do, and also city, instead of ignoring them, hold them accountable and help them get their act together, right? Ask them to submit the report, quarterly report. In the past, when Mr. Scott Smith was director, he used to come and give a quarterly report of the chamber. Ask them to bring it back, okay? And ask them to, be transparent about their finances, right? And suggest small businesses to join them. Include them in your ribbon cutting. Right now, ribbon cutting, we don't see chamber. It is all about mayor and the council members and city staff. Share the spotlight with chamber, right? So there are so many ways you can help them. Giving $60,000 is not one of them. In fact, I am against it. Let them show that they can stand on their own and let them gain your trust and support. But you need to help them too. Right now, they are struggling because I am talking to them as we speak. They are struggling. They need help. If you saw last meeting, the two gentlemen spoke. What did they tell you? One thing. Help. They are screaming for help. So they need help. Let us help them. Talk to your council members and share this feedback. Have a good night. And I have this written down so that I know I covered a lot. I could not cover everything. So if you could make a copy and give it to the commissioners, I would appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you for your time. Thank you so much. And anyone else for public comments?
Good evening, members of Economic Development Commission. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Sam Desai. I'm a small business owner in city of Cerritos. And over last decade or so, I have been following what happens in our city. So congratulations on having this commission. And it was interesting that on the second day, one of our commissioners is absent. My request to all the commissioners is if you're not committed, get out. Excuses will be given because that is courtesy. But look how many staff people are here for 5 of you. I'm expecting my Economic Development Commission to be committed to our city. And I have seen in past that sometimes in some committees and commissions, 1 or 2 individuals often don't show up. So if you can work on your processes, policies, 3 strikes and you're out, would serve us. My other request is also please be consistent with your meetings. This is an economic development commission, and we need your attention. Today, a speaker came and spoke about Chamber of Commerce. I've been following multiple local chambers of commerces. And if this city is to have a great reputation that we are, attractor of economics, attractor of tourism, it is absolutely imperative that whoever nominated you to be on this seat, you get them, in short our council members, to get their act together when it comes to reputation of our city. If you have been appointed by one of the council members who have guided you for their economic interests, who influences you to their agenda, and you are not capable of thinking of your own, you do not serve anyone, just your egos. We have sales tax, we have need for more revenues, we have unused assets in our city of Cerritos, we have a long-term plan. And you are our advisors, you represent all of us. So when you saw with what happened at Ube Fest, with Filipino Chamber of Commerce, I don't know what that is, but if you all kept silent, then you are rubber stamping everything that happens. So listen to the residents, keep an eye on social media, and please do something about consistency, which brings back our values not to the investors only, but specifically people that you are serving, right? Which is our Cerritos. Residents here are aging, they need more services, we know that. We also have new residents coming in, we have businesses, we have thriving communities. Changes are coming, but safety, economics, these are important. And as a commission, I really hope that you make an impact. You have experience. Graco is back. You have experience. You guys have experience. So when we talk about Chamber of Commerce, and you may have different views, some will say give money, someone will say different things. But if you're going to honor anyone, you are going to have any agenda items, do a follow-up with data-driven solutions, right? Just don't do something and then you don't follow it through. Please find a way to communicate with residents also. Encourage them more to show up here, to give ideas. And kindly, please, please, talk to the council. If there is any resident who comes in and gives them data, they should not be saying on social media or sitting on that chair, it is misinformation, because some of you actually may believe them. And I expect each one of you to be an independent thinker moving forward. So I know this is a little bit challenging what I said, but no disrespect. Please make yourself and this commission mean something and worthwhile. Thank you.
Thank you, Sam. Anybody else for public comments? Any other speakers? Seeing none, I will close public comments. Number 5, consent calendar. Items listed under the consent calendar are considered routine and will be enacted by one motion. Subject to the discretion of the commission, there will be no separate discussion of these items unless commissioner or citizen so requests, in which event the item may be removed from the consent calendar and considered separately. 5A, approval of minutes. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve?
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in, we have to vote now, right? All those in favor?
Aye.
Oh, I'm sorry, we're doing it by, sorry, we're doing it by, for
Okay.
record keeping. Please vote. So the motion was by Commissioner Hugh and seconded by Mr. Tagle.
Thank you. Electronic voting has been activated. Please submit your votes.
We have one commissioner. We are still waiting to vote.
There you go.
Great, thank you. Motion carries by a vote of 4-0. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Miranda. Item 6, new and old business. 6A, review and consideration of an informational report regarding the programs and services provided by the Southeast Los Angeles County Workforce Development Board. Is that speaker here?
Yes, thank you, Chair. This evening, we are honored to have with us the Southeast Los Angeles County Workforce Development Board, also known as Celico WDB, Executive Director Yolanda Castro, who will provide an informational report regarding the programs and services provided by Celico WDB, designed to address the employment needs of job seekers and support the growth of businesses in our region. At this time, I would like to invite Executive Director Yolanda Castro to the podium for this presentation. Thank you.
Good evening, Commissioners, and thank you for the opportunity to come and present information about the Southeast Los Angeles County Workforce Development Board. Again, my name is Yolanda Castro. I'm the Executive Director, and I have two of my colleagues with me, Sandra Michel and Corina Coronel. They are my Deputy Directors, my right and left hand. If you can go to the next slide. There are just under 600 workforce boards throughout America, 45 local workforce boards in California, and 7 workforce boards in the LA County region. The next slide. As you can see, you have the Celico WIB, that is our organization. You have the Foothill Consortium, Los Angeles City, Pacific Gateway, which is Long Beach, South Bay WIB, LA County, and Verdugo. These are the 7 WIBs that serve the LA County. We work in partnership as a region, but we all have our specific areas that we support. We have a quick video that shares what is a workforce board. If you can show that now, then I'll continue with my presentation.
What is a workforce development board? A workforce development board is a formal group of community leaders serving a city, a county, or a region that identifies the needs of the local job market, oversees one-stop career centers, and works to coordinate and align workforce development initiatives in their area. Workforce development boards with membership from business, local elected officials, labor, economic development, educators, and community leaders foster high-growth career opportunities to meet the needs of their regional economy. This system exists to help businesses find qualified workers to meet their present and future workforce needs and help workers acquire skills for employment opportunities. A workforce development board is the link between a region's workforce talent and its employer skill needs. They convene industry and their workforce and education partners in real time to impact the skilling and reskilling of America's workforce and put people back to work in career pathways that provide self-sufficiency. Together, this diverse group of leaders helps your community target recruitment opportunities, identify labor market trends, partner on economic development investments, and create resources to benefit all members of the community. Every workforce development board has a plan that establishes funding priorities for their area focused on a broad range of worker issues that consider wages, job mobility, access, and equity. By analyzing data and working with local businesses, workforce boards understand what skills are most in demand and foster the necessary training and credential programs for their region. Workforce boards also use outcome data to advise employers, policymakers, and communities about what approaches are successful. So without your local workforce development boards, local businesses, educational institutions, and other community stakeholders would not have a strong voice to represent the unique workforce needs of your community. So what is a workforce development board? It is a key link to your community's future.
Thank you. So the Southeast Los Angeles County Workforce Development Board was established in 1983 under a joint powers agreement among 8 local cities. We started off with the city of Cerritos, Bellflower, Norwalk, Lakewood, Downey, and then eventually added the city of Artesia. We have Hawaiian Gardens, and in 2020 we added the city of Paramount. So if you go to the next slide. Actually, you can go down to 2 more slides. These are the cities who govern, who oversee. So I have a policy board that represents a member of your council who sits on our board to set policy, and they also select members to sit on a workforce board. So we have a board that oversees day-to-day activities, and then a policy board of local elected officials who set policy for our system. The next slide. We, like I said, our population of customers that we serve is just under 500,000. In the next slide. Our center is located in the city of Cerritos. We've been there for 42 years now. Through our center, we have the America Job Center. Job seekers can come in, find all the resources they need to do an effective job search. If they cannot do a job search on their own, we have staff to assist them in preparing them with the basic job readiness skills. We can offer training. If you go to the next slide, we provide service. Our priority is at-risk youth or youth who are disconnected. We have veteran services. We have services for adults with limited skills, persons with disabilities, welfare recipients, and justice-involved individuals. Those are our priority. However, anybody who walks into the center, whether you're working or not working, can receive services. Like I said, we have a variety of workshops, job search assistance, paid work experience. We provide on-the-job training opportunities and in-classroom training. Our goal is to connect employers with job seekers, and once job seekers get a job, we follow up for a year to make sure they stay employed. We also have services specifically for businesses. If you could go to the next slide. We provide assistance with, if an employer comes to us and they're trying to fill various positions, we can do direct recruitments for them at no cost, pre-screening for the employers, so that hopefully limits the amount of time they have to spend screening potential candidates. We also offer training to upskill existing employees to give them the skills so that they can stay competitive in today's market. So in a nutshell, these are the services that we offer, and I'm available to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you so much, Ms. Castro. Any questions from any of the commissioners?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead,
Do
Commissioner Hume.
you have any job training program in the near cities?
Yes, we work very closely with the city of Cerritos, Cerritos Community College. We have several programs in partnership with the college where we're doing logistics. Right now we're doing training logistics for individuals who want to get into the movement of transportation logistics. So the college provides the training. We identify the job seekers who are interested in training, and then we hold a mini job fair of individuals ready to hire as soon as the training is completed. We also work closely with the foundation with our employment and training program. They have an employment and training program. We have one. We leverage our resources to make sure that employers who are in certain industries are receiving training for their existing workforce. There's an entire list of training programs throughout this region that we can access that have been approved by the state to support individuals who need training to get into effective jobs or high-paying jobs.
So I have two more questions.
Yes,
So to attend those classes is free, right?
there's no cost to the job seeker if they
And
meet
how
the
about you pay the
qualifications.
students some money?
What's
Pay
that?
them to come.
We
Pay the
well,
pay the
yeah.
student to come.
Yeah, the
to learn.
funding is not designed to pay for the students. However, we do have unique programs. For example, we have a program with the CalApps program that provides, it's kind of like an occupational program for young adults or individuals in school. While they develop a career pathway, we were working with them, helping youth who were in the emergency medical training class. This was their career pathway in high school. When they were completing high school, there was a portion of the course that needed to be completed during the summer. But the students were not completing that course because they had to go to work. They didn't have the resources to pay for the required equipment. So we came in as a workforce board to partner with CalApps to help those students get through the summer program. So we were able to get authorization on a policy that would allow us to pay those students who were not working a stipend to finish the course. We were able to use funding to pay for boots and supplies that they needed. And we were also had an incentive component. If they hit certain benchmarks, we could pay them for hitting those benchmarks. So there are regulations that govern our funding, and we have to be very strategic to make sure that we don't break those regulations, but are creative in how we can use them.
Yeah, I think this program, the training program, is very important.
Yes,
Yeah.
agree.
See, those high school graduate,
Yes.
you know, they really cannot get any jobs so easy because they don't know that much thing. But if they have an opportunity to get trained by you, and then after the classes, you may refer them to the business. So I think it's a win-win. We have so
Yes.
many businesses in Cerritos or other cities. We do need, like me, I always hiring. But the problem is I like to hire them, but they don't know what to do. So I really think you provide good training program to the high school graduate or whoever want to be trained.
Yes, and
And
commission-
then
yeah.
later on work with the business people. So it's a win-win.
Right.
You help the business people to train their future employees.
And
Yeah, I
Commissioner
support
Hugh,
your program.
I love the way that you think because we are working on building a bridge between our high schools and the next
Yeah.
step. Artesia is involved in a program with us, Artesia High School, where they're preparing students for welding. So we want to come in and support their students in the transition to the next job or to additional training. And if you're an employer, you're a potential work site for us. So we could assign young students or young adults to work with you, and we will pay for the first, through that paid work experience, we'll be the employer of record, so they can get that experience. And hopefully, eventually you will hire them because they've got that on-job training.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I have a question also. And thank you, Ms. Castro, for
course.
your presentation. I'd be interested in knowing your key success metrics at the macro level across the region, as well as how do you attribute metrics across the 8 cities? You have 8 cities with very distinct constituents, workforces, business communities. So how do you go about attributing success in each of those particular cities that you serve?
So I have my compliance director with me, and I'm sure she'd be happy to share. In running these programs, we have performance standards that we have to meet. We have a placement rate. We have to keep the individuals employed for more than, for the year that they're completing the program. We need to bring them at a certain wage when we place them. We have a wage requirement we have to hit. We also have to demonstrate that they had an advancements in skills. So Sandra, where was our performance this last 2 years?
So for the last 2 years, amongst the region, which are the 7 workforce boards,
I'm sorry, Ms. Castro, if you could have her come to the mic, yes. It's for the record, so she has to be able to be heard. Thank you so much.
Yes, you must be heard.
thank you for this opportunity. Good evening. So among the 7 workforce boards that form our region, on the 5 metrics, which Yolanda mentioned, which was placement in second quarter after participation, placement in fourth quarter, median wages, gained measurable skill gains and certifications, we were number 1 in the region. So amongst the 7 within our region, we placed first. Not that anybody's keeping track except for us, but we were placed number 1 in the LA region. We also have, within our 7 cities, we do track how many individuals are enrolled, the demographics. You mentioned how do you address different issues. Demographics are captured by our tracking system. We use the state's CalJobs system, which does track all barriers that are being addressed while participating in our program.
Thank you, Sandra. So the state has the performance standards that we need to meet, but we also realize that our 8 cities are very unique in their demographics. We're located in Cerritos. Someone in Norwalk isn't going to come to Cerritos, so we outstation our staff. We work in partnership with the different cities. We ask them if they have a location where we can put a staff member so they can meet with individuals who are interested in our services. So that has proven to be very effective in helping outreach, especially after COVID. Nobody wanted to come out. So we focus in on those 8 cities, and if we notice the city isn't being served, then we'll try to make sure that we're more present in that area.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, Ms. Castro,
Yes.
thank you very much for you guys, the work that you guys do. it's critically important for any community, right? So you have new, younger kids coming into the workforce, and then you have high turnover rate, especially these days, right, with the existing workers getting turned over. So your services are invaluable. I have two questions. This is such a key, important service. How do you market yourself? How do you market yourself to the public to say, we're available? You need training, you need placement, you can be here, right? Yeah, I mean, online these days, you have Indeed.com, Monster.com. How do you market yourself? And then conversely, how do you market yourself to the businesses, right? The businesses know, hey, I can come to you guys. You're the source of providing excellent workforce, excellent trained, skilled workforce. How do you market yourself to the public, to the worker, and also to the businesses?
So my other deputy director has done an amazing job of developing a footprint on social media. So we learned after COVID we're the best kept secret, which is as long as we've been here. People seem to find us when they need us, but not everybody realizes the resources that we have available. So Karina and her team have put together a footprint in social media. So we are there. We also realize that we need to be in the community, so we are out in the community at special events. Yesterday, I had my team at a golf tournament at one of the halls promoting our programs to the golfers for any of their children, anybody might be interested. So we will go anywhere where somebody will listen if they'll give us a platform to speak about our services and what we do. And word of mouth. If we provide quality services, people are sharing what we do. We cannot anybody can come to our center. Based on the law that governs us, we can't turn anybody away. So for job seekers, we're out in the community. For employers, we have a team of business engagement specialists. They're assigned a city, and they go out and they get involved in chamber activities. They go out and knock on doors, talk to employers about the resources that we have available to support them.
Awesome. So I want to follow up with another question. So, you're talking about uptraining some skills, right? And with the wave of AI and automation coming in, right? Business are layering AI and doing things very differently. And they're not necessarily laying people off, but they're probably not hiring that much. So how do you address that? And what is your strategy to combat that?
Well, thank you for asking. This last 2 years, we put together a sector strategy around artificial intelligence. So what we did is we were struggling because we were getting these different tools to fine-tune how we do services, and we had staff who were refusing to use it because they thought it would replace them as a case manager. So we thought, are other businesses having the same challenge? So we put together a special partnership advisory committee to help us that consisted of employers, educators, and other stakeholders to help us develop a focus group so that we could talk to employers about what is your experience with AI. We had employers who had tons of experience and were so excited and embracing AI, and we had employers who were saying, no, we don't want to touch it, we're afraid of it. But after having those discussions, those other employers that were afraid were realizing, maybe I can use this. So we had a focus group with employers. We learned about some of their concerns and challenges. Then we put together a panel of experts that included our K-12 instructors, instructors from the colleges. We had some professionals, Microsoft, who helped address questions for employers and job seekers about some of the issues and some of the challenges and how we could address them. So then following that, we had a focus group with job seekers. What are you experiencing as job seekers? Are you seeing challenges with how you apply for jobs? Because now everything's done through Zoom or interviews. The resumes are created using AI. What are some of your fears? If you went to training, were you properly trained to deal with AI? So we found, we gathered that information. Then we held a strategic planning session. We invited all our stakeholders. We shared what we learned, and we've put together an action plan, one for employers on how we can support employers, one on what we're going to do to support job seekers, and another action plan on how we're going to work with our educators in our region to better prepare our job seeker, our workforce system for AI. And I've just been asked to sit on a commission with Cerritos College on how they're going to work on building instruction for AI in their instruction and in their training of students. So it is a real issue. It's something that we realized 2 years ago that we were going to be encountering and are working to deal with. We're a small workforce board. We're not as many resources as other workforce boards, but our stakeholders are very invested and committed to what we're doing.
Excellent. Yeah, it sounds like you guys have a very comprehensive plan to really address this. And,
It could grow more, but we've started it and we're addressing it.
yeah, and you're pulling in industry experts, right? And you're creating panels and you're listening to what they're saying. So I think you guys are geared for success. Now, from you guys are based in Cerritos, right? So the
Yes.
proximity is really, really good for us as a city, right? What would you like to see more of from the city of Cerritos to help you, with your organization?
City and the staff has been great. We've had meetings with staff to talk about opportunities. The mall gave us some free space to hold a special event to encourage employers to use our work experience program so we're looking for employers to be sites to mentor and coach our young adults who need work experience. Even if they're coming out of college, they've been great in the education, but they've never gotten work experience. So we, your chamber or how we connect with the employers to help become work sites for us would be great. We are trying to, ABC, your school district has done an amazing job of receiving funding from us to prepare youth as they're getting ready to enter the workforce. So we've had years of working with ABC. Opportunities for us to get engaged. If you have other forums like this that I can come and share our program, we'd love to come. Anytime we can share information. We have a newsletter that goes out every quarter. Let me know who we should send that to so you're aware of what's going on with our system. And I encourage you to come and visit our center. We're right down the street. If you'd like to come and do a tour, we'd be happy to share that with you.
Thank you very much. I think we're looking forward to a lot more partnership and engagement going forward.
Wonderful.
Ms. Castro, not so much a question because my commission is amazing. You took most of my questions already. But I will, more of a comment as a former ocean lifeguard who had his EMT a very, very long time ago.
Yes.
I'm very anxious to hear about your career pathways. It's not, we all got our EMT many, many moons ago because when you work at the beach, it's a pay raise. You get your EMT certification and you get a pay raise. It's not till after you get it that you realize it's a prerequisite to apply to a fire academy. You are now suddenly employable to work for an ambulance company. You are now able to go to an emergency room and apply as they have EMTs, the ones who take your blood pressure. If they're not a nurse, it's an EMT when you walk into the emergency room. So these are services away from AI that are real human services that are, anybody who reads the Wall Street Journal or reads projections going forward, health services is continuing to grow. And as our population ages, we are going to need more and more people working in the healthcare industry. So not so much a question, but more of a comment that I will be very interested going forward to see what you are producing from our high school students in the healthcare industry.
Wonderful. And we're working in partnership. We want to work in partnerships with our school districts. Karina Coronel, my Deputy Director of Program Operations, her team was very involved with Cal Labs on the EMT project. And you have a flyer in your packet that shows highlights. But one of the things that we're working towards is it's always been college bound, and we support kids who want to go to college. If that's their pathway, but not everybody's designed for college. So we're really working on a model that's trade bound and giving students exposure to other types of fields that they could be successful in if college is not the direction they want to go in. So you'll see information in your packet about that.
Absolutely. Ms. Castro, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And to your right and left hand as well. Thank you.
Yes.
All right. 6B, agenda item 6B, review and consideration, I'm sorry. All right. New business item, agenda item 6B, Review and consideration of an informational report regarding economic development updates in the city of Cerritos, including grand opening and reopening events, building permit activity, and ongoing development projects. Ms. Miranda.
Thank you, Chair Reyes. At this time, it is my pleasure to provide a presentation on this item. The City of Cerritos continues to experience strong reinvestment across all sectors, reflecting business confidence and community growth. Each effort advances the City Council's strategic plan, goal number 4, strengthen economic development, by maintaining Cerritos' high standards for design, business retention, and balanced growth. At this time, I would like to direct your attention to the screen for the presentation. First, I am pleased to highlight grand opening and reopening events that have occurred over the last 3 months in the City of Cerritos. Golden Star Technology Incorporated, also known as GST, Alliance of Schools for Cooperative Insurance Programs, known as ASCIP, Chubby Cattle Restaurant, and Baskin Robbins. These exciting milestones reflect continued business confidence and reinvestment within the community. In August 2025, Golden Star Technology, a long-standing Cerritos-based technology solutions provider, celebrated the grand reopening of its expanded and modernized facility on 166th Street. The project significantly enhances GST's warehouse and manufacturing capacity and demonstrates the company's continued commitment to operating in Cerritos. This reinvestment supports local employment and highlights the city's role in retaining major regional employers. Additionally, in August 2025, ASCIP celebrated the grand reopening of its renovated headquarters on Park Plaza Drive. ASCIP serves educational institutions across California, and the improvements strengthen its ability to provide comprehensive risk management and insurance services. The project demonstrates ASCIP's continued confidence in Cerritos as its home base and its appreciation for the city's partnership. In September 2025, Chubby Cattle Restaurant held its grand opening at the Plaza 183 Shopping Center. The restaurant offers a premium dining experience featuring Japanese barbecue and hot pot service with ranch-to-table meats. Chubby Cattle adds a unique culinary destination to the city's dining landscape, contributing to the vibrancy of Cerritos' commercial centers. In early October 2025, Baskin Robbins celebrated the grand opening of its new South Street location at the Cerritos Plaza Shopping Center. The relocation reflects the brand's commitment to remaining in Cerritos while upgrading its customer experience. This new store strengthens the city's retail corridor along South Street and continues Baskin Robbins' tradition of serving residents and visitors alike. Building permit activity continues to reflect positive reinvestment throughout Cerritos. As shown in the table, the city has issued over 1,513 permits and finaled 1,638 permits as of September 2025. July was the most active month, with 207 permits issued. On average, the city processes approximately 170 permits per month, representing steady construction levels across residential, commercial, and industrial projects. This ongoing activity demonstrates strong private investment in property upgrades, tenant improvements, and new development, further reinforcing the city's economic vitality. Next, I will provide a brief overview of ongoing development activity throughout Cerritos. These projects enhance quality of life by improving commercial areas, restaurants, and residential neighborhoods while creating local employment opportunities. Additionally, these development projects illustrate continued reinvestment and progress towards achieving the City of Cerritos strategic plan goal number 4, strengthen economic development. Valley Christian High School Stadium remodel continues to make significant progress. The project includes new bleachers, a synthetic turf field, and a new rubberized track. Site improvements such as landscaping and the entry plaza are nearing completion, with the entire project expected to be finalized by the end of October 2025. This modernization enhances both athletic and community use of the facility while maintaining the school's long-standing presence in Cerritos. Volvo Cars has joined the Cerritos Auto Square, operating within the existing Volkswagen Cerritos facility. Plans have been submitted for a new illuminated wall signage and a monument sign at Studebaker Road and 183rd Street, which will enhance visibility along this major corridor. Permit issuance is expected soon, further expanding the range of automotive brands available in the Cerritos Auto Square. Tour Le Jour, a French-Asian bakery restaurant at the northwest corner of South Street and Carmenita Road, has completed its exterior patio project. The improvements include a new outdoor dining area with landscape and parking lot enhancements. The city is pleased to report that the project was finalized in early October 2025 and provides an inviting outdoor space that complements the bakery's design while contributing to South Street's pedestrian-friendly environment. Renovations continue at the Keystone Plaza Shopping Center. The City Council-approved project incorporates craftsman-style architecture and detailed facade improvements designed to complement the adjacent Cerritos Plaza. Phase 1 of construction is complete and new signage is under review. Phase 2, which includes the refacing of the Chase Bank building, is currently in plan check. The city approved the development of 2 new single-family residences on Artesia Boulevard, including one with a detached accessory dwelling unit. The homes feature a modern farmhouse architectural style with wood siding and decorative garage doors. Grading has been completed and construction is now underway following permit issuance in September 2025. Extra Space Storage has completed major interior improvements, converting the first floor from vehicle to self-storage use. The facility has reopened for business and new signage is currently being installed. Staff continues to work with the applicant to resolve minor discrepancies between the approved plans and installation. Improvements are underway for Angelo's Burgers at the former Boys Hamburgers site. The project includes a new tile roof, refreshed landscaping, and minor interior remodeling. Permits were issued in July 2024, and construction continues, with staff maintaining communication to ensure timely completion. The city is pleased to share that Chick-fil-A restaurant within the Los Cerritos Center is preparing for a remodel that includes a new drive-through service canopy, trash enclosure upgrades, and refreshed interior finishes. Plans have been administratively approved and construction drawings are under review. The project will enhance functionality while maintaining the site's design quality. AutoZone is the newest addition to our South Street corridor. The project includes significant interior remodeling, facade improvements, and new landscaping. Permits have been issued and construction has commenced, contributing to the ongoing revitalization of South Street commercial corridor and supporting continued business activity in the area. At Edwards Road, 2 existing office buildings will be replaced by a new 58,000 square foot industrial facility. The design features smooth tilt-up concrete walls with decorative stone and contemporary architectural detailing. Plans remain under city review with revised civil drawings expected following applicant resubmittal. The Ford Automobile Reconditioning Facility will serve the existing Ford dealership within the Cerritos Auto Square. The project includes new interior work areas, a customer lounge, and upgraded facade materials. Landscape and parking lot improvements are also included, with permits ready to be issued to allow construction to begin. The new industrial building at 17600 Crusader Avenue has received all necessary approvals. The 75,000 square foot facility features smooth concrete walls, stone accents, and enhanced landscaping. With plan review complete and permits prepared, construction is expected to begin shortly. At 16323 Shoemaker Avenue, plans are underway for a 159,000 square foot industrial facility replacing an older building on site. The project's contemporary design includes decorative panels and stacked stone accents. Plan check review is nearing completion and permits will be issued soon to allow construction to proceed. Clarkdale Estate Homes will bring 5 new 2-story residences, each with an accessory dwelling unit, to the neighborhood. The home feature is contemporary architecture and detailed landscaping. Plans are currently under city review, and the project will add high-quality residential options to Cerritos. The Broth's Shabu Shabu patio remodel at Plaza 183 includes construction of a new covered patio enclosure with glass partitions and upgraded lighting. The applicant is revising plans to address prior comments, and staff continues to facilitate permit issuance once submitted. The city continues discussions with Macerich Incorporated regarding the redevelopment of the former Sears parcel at Los Cerritos Center. The concept envisions a mixed-use project with retail, hotel, and above-moderate residential uses integrated into the mall campus. Staff is working closely with the property owner to review potential designs that maintain Cerritos' high-quality standards while enhancing the center's long-term vitality. In conclusion, the level of development activity throughout Cerritos reflects continued confidence from businesses, property owners, and investors in the city's long-term strength and stability. These projects modernize the built environment, enhance the city's appeal, and generate new employment opportunities. The city remains focused on maintaining high-quality design standards, supporting business partnerships, and advancing projects that align with the City Council's strategic goals. Collectively, these efforts reinforce Cerritos' leadership in economic development and ensure the community's sustained prosperity and quality of life. At this time, it is recommended that the Commission review and discuss the information provided and receive and file this report. This concludes my presentation. At this time, staff is available to answer any questions that the Commissioners may have. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Miranda. Before I turn it over to the Commissioners, do we have any speakers on any of the items? Ms. Miranda, come on up, sir.
So is this 6A or 6B?
This is 6B.
So what if I have some comments on 6A? Maybe I will try to come back.
Absolutely. I apologize for not having you up
that's
earlier.
okay.
I apologize.
Because you're all new, right? Because you are not used to.
Yep.
Because that's why we came here to give you some love. Because we don't want
Absolutely.
you to feel, ignored.
Thank you. I appreciate
and,
that.
Yeah, because I know how it feels. Okay, so we
So
also
yeah, feel
appreciate.
free to comment on 6A.
Yes. Okay.
Absolutely.
So I think that was a very good presentation, and in fact, I had extensive relationship with Celaco. I visited their office. That's what I was talking to the director and the previous director, Mrs. Sandoval. I was pretty close, and we had a lot of exchanges. So they are, as you have pointed out, they are very very important stakeholder and player in this, right? Boosting Cerritos' economy, job market, sales tax, small businesses, etc., etc. And I liked Commissioner Chiang's questions because I had the same question, and I have the answer for you also. Better, easy answer. Okay, answer is just in front of you. That is, City of Cerritos can do a lot of things. I will give a few examples. First question was, how do public know about them? Very good question. Very few people know about them. I am one of them. So how can we make them more visible? 6C is about Cerritos Economic Development webpage. Put a link from there to Celaco. Add a section for talk about Celaco, what they do, right? And then ask them to cross-link. That's how you make the search engine optimization work, right? When you cross-reference, they all get higher rank in Google search, right? That's what people see. If Google can see you, people can see you, right? Again, I can get into those things. I am a very experienced in IT architect. I can talk about technology, AI, whatever you want to say. There's separate session, right? So that's one thing, right? And then Cerritos has social media, Facebook page, announce Celaco workshops, job fair. Yeah, use it. You got the answer there, right? Second, how do Celaco approach the businesses? You want the answer? Chamber. If there's a good chamber will be your single point of contact to reach all the businesses. Let them know what they are providing. So that's a good answer, right? So then on your website, agenda item 6C, put a link to Cerritos Chamber website, right? Link to Cerritos website and cross-link.
Sir, not to interrupt you, can we stay with 6A and 6B? We don't want to.
Yeah.
Because I'll open up for 6C as well.
I'll be leaving after this, right? I don't want to be spending another 5 minutes. So I'm going to combine ABC, okay? So it'll be probably better also for you, right? So as you can see, they are connected, like interconnected, right? So even that website, if you can put a Celaco to and fro, chamber to and fro, of course, chamber website is down. I am talking to them to see how we can resurrect it, bring it back to life, right? And so that will be another great channel, right? And as you mentioned, right, I'm glad that they are working with the ABC Unified School District. So if you look at the job market and everything, ABC Unified School District, Chamber, City of Cerritos, Celaco, they are all important players. They all have to communicate together. And ABC Unified District has got a CTE career training in education, program, and that also can help reach the student population and who can be interns and become a Cerritos workforce. And regarding 6B, I think that we have a room for improvement. I agree that Cerritos economy is doing okay. But if you look at the sales tax trend, right, it is coming down because of the inflation and overall economic situation. Sales tax revenue is coming down. So there's room for improvement. And sales tax can be improved. And for example, we celebrate all the ribbon cutting, right? So I ask this, even the past chamber president, Mr. Scott Smith, do you know how many businesses are going out of business? Because if you walk around, I do that all the time, you will see a lot of these complexes, a lot of business, they are just empty, ghost town looks like. So we have to fill those things, right? Because every vacant building is a lost opportunity, right? In terms of job, sales tax. So I would say that we are doing okay, but we have a lot of room for improvement. And I think as economic development commissioners, I think you have a key role to play in that revival of Cerritos economy and businesses. And again, chamber is a very key player there. So if there is a healthy chamber, it helps to ensure healthy economy for the city. I don't think I need to preach these things, right? But so that's why it's all important. They all, as you can see, they're all coming together, and we definitely have room for improvement. And I hope that, and I'm glad that Economic Development Commission was revived after a few years of shutdown. So I'm looking forward to, more ideas and more, work from action from your side, and working with the city of Cerritos. We can make it, roaring back and make one of the strongest economy in this area. Have a good night.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate your comments. Thank you. Anyone else on 6A or 6B?
Good evening, Commission. My name is Sam Desai. I'm going to speak a little bit about 6A first, and what I was listening to the presentation and my experience as a local Artesia Chamber of Commerce board member working with the organization. I sincerely hope that you take following points at heart. So to bridge the gap between workforce training and real employment for Cerritos area residents or business employees is to create a career pathway pilot program that can integrate Celaco training programs with entrepreneurship systems and technology labs. Now, why technology labs? Because the future is technology, AI, automation, industrial automation, commercial automation. Cerritos is a very unique in that sense that besides real estate, which everyone loves, and shopping and CCPA, did you know that we are up there when it comes to service, economy, and technology? Now, when we talk to technology, there is a lot beyond just software. Today's kids, they don't even want to graduate, and we know that. With AI, a lot of different skill sets have come up. So the way I'm seeing it is, many participants who would complete something like Salaco workforce trainings would still remain unemployed. Now we can do everything. We have 8 cities. And the lack of local job placements, matching new skills is the key. We can train them, we can give them opportunities to be, machine learning, trucks, automation, but there is a broader range than just, a white collar or blue collar as the economy is growing. And there is a disconnect between small business needs and the trainee skills. So the solution is a collaborative workforce ecosystem that Cerritos Economic Development Commission can grant. It's a collaborative workforce ecosystem for Salaco Workforce Board, City of Cerritos, maybe a couple of other local cities, offering facilities, public endorsements, local business community, and this is where Chamber of Commerce really plays an important part, because we do have a lot of local businesses which can provide licensing, certificates, career certificates, and on-site and different types of mentorship. Why do I see Cerritos as a technology hub? Because as the future is going towards AI, as we are going towards a very specific skill sets, we do have those professionals living in Cerritos. They can mentor, they can be part of different pilot program that we can create. And if this board is going to give any direction, advisory, and or able to create some sort of data set from our Cerritos, how about a simple number as 20 Cerritos individuals placed? They are going to Cerritos College, they may not be going, but this is not just for the kids, right? This is also for skilled individuals who need to update their skills. And Salaco can really create something. So the expected outcome would be, 20 Cerritos trained and employed, 10 small businesses digitally assisted or upgraded, at least one replicable career pathway which comes from Cerritos Economic Development Commission and your guidance. Funding and sustainability, there is innovation grant. You can also recommend a grant to oversee it. And that grant just doesn't have to be for Chamber of Commerce, which deserves it, but also for different organizations. So please consider that we create development grants, private sponsorships, chambers, donors, and some sort of pilot program so that Salaco and other workforce agencies which come here, they actually give you a data set which says, see, it's working. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Desai. Any comments from the commissioners on Ms. Miranda's presentation? Questions, comments for Ms. Miranda?
Just a small, quick question. So, we saw the presentation, we saw the number of permits being issued, and July seems to be like a really, really good month. And that's good news, right? But we also know that there's still a lot of work to be done. My small question is, have we considered any way to help our businesses or help people interested in coming in to somehow streamline or even fast track some of the permitting process? Because, any business entity, that's one of the big obstacles to try to get the permit and try to get the licenses and all that. Do we have any effort or any consideration to try to maybe shorten the time frame or make it easier for businesses?
Good evening, Chair and members of the Economic Development Commission. The question you pose is very timely in that the City Council just recently completed a comprehensive assessment of plan review, permit processing plan review for both city staff and contract Los Angeles County staff. All projects in Cerritos undergo plan review by both entities, City of Cerritos and Los Angeles County, and staff issued an RFP. We solicited proposals for those contract services with Los Angeles County, and ultimately the City Council, after their comprehensive assessment, advised and directed to stay with Los Angeles County for the provision of services. Following that direction of the City Council, the Department of Community Development, through its partnership with Los Angeles County, mobilized additional resources to further reduce that plan review processing time. And so through the direction of the City Council and the great work of the Community Development team to mobilize resources, we are doing everything we can to serve as a one-stop shop for businesses and residences, where here at Cerritos City Hall, residents and businesses can get plan review by both jurisdictions, city and county, here inside City Hall. We have dedicated county staff here at City Hall. And so I'm pleased to report that community development staff and our partnership with the county are working towards streamlining and expediting every day. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Yes, Chair. I do have several questions. To help you to answer a question with, business in many other cities. City of Cerritos, business license fee and the permit fee, much better, cheaper, lower than other cities. And also our city service is much better than other cities. I'm very, very proud of you. So it is, we feel very comfortable with, we have a business in Cerritos. Okay, so you will have that confidence. Okay, yeah. Okay, I do have several questions. I don't understand about the extra spaces storage. So you are talking about from vehicle storage to self-storage. So vehicle storage is open space, right? And the self-storage should be enclosed. So I don't know how can you convert, vehicle storage to self-storage. And then you have extra 80 spaces for vehicle parking. So how can you add that 80 spaces? So would you please give me some explanation about this? I'd like to know how we work it out.
Yes, absolutely, Vice Chair Hugh. Extra space storage located at the 1700 block of Crusader Avenue was originally approved to include both personal self-storage, so self-storage units, as well as vehicle storage, surplus vehicle storage in support of the Cerritos Auto Square. So new inventory that could be sold at the Cerritos Auto Square. Extra space storage recently converted that first floor, which was originally intended for vehicle parking, to self-storage. As part of that, and through an assessment with the Department of Community Development, it was found that the subject property contained outside of the building surplus parking in conformance with the city's off-street parking requirements that could be used to further support the Cerritos Auto Square. So in short, the self-storage facility is just that you would anticipate. It is individual self-storage units. And then outside of the building, on-site parking meets both the needs of self-storage patrons as well as as referenced in the agenda report, 80 spaces of surplus inventory parking in support of the Auto Square. That surplus parking is through a private agreement between the Auto Square dealer and the respective property owner of extra space storage. So outside of the self-storage facility, we'll call it, is parking to support the self-storage use as well as the Auto Square.
Okay, thank you. Okay, okay. Then about Shoemaker. Shoemaker, currently the building square footage is 70,110 square foot industrial building. Now you are construct a new 159,627 square feet industrial building. So it's more than doubled than the existing building. So do you have enough parking or setback? So with this project?
Yes, very good question. So the original building, let's call it 70,000 square foot building, afforded very significant parkway and landscape areas as well as parking. With the demolition of that building and the construction of about 160,000 square foot new industrial building, the new building and the size of the property still allow for very generous landscape setbacks, parkway areas, and sufficient parking in support of the use. The proposed entitlement, or excuse me, the proposed project is fully in compliance with all applicable Cerritos Municipal Code requirements of the area, the industrial park, the M zone.
Okay, my last question is about the Sears lot. So Sears lots almost have 6.5 acres. This will be very big project for the city of Cerritos. If we do well, the city of Cerritos may generate at least $2 or $3 million every year. So this is so did we start, planning about this project yet or not yet? Just a plan for the future.
So the Department of Community Development and the City Manager's Office are in continuous discussions with Macerich. Macerich is the Los Cerritos Center property owner. Those continuing discussions have included very conceptual plans for the development. And it's actually, so the northwest portion of the mall, which includes the former Sears building as well as the former Sears Tire Center, is about 20 acres. And so staff is working alongside very closely with Macerich for the future development of that and the preliminary design review phase. As mentioned by Ms. Miranda this evening, those discussions include a conceptual design package for mixed-use development, a combination of retail, potential hotel, market rate housing options, as this site has been identified or is identified in the city's housing element, and perhaps some open space areas. So those discussions are ongoing, and as mentioned, Community Development Department and City Manager's Office are working through a very conceptual design review. But you are correct. The opportunity, the economic development opportunity that will come as a result of the expansion or the next phase of expansion at Los Cerritos Center to this northwest area of the mall is significant.
Okay, so far, do we have any idea that how many square footage for retail stores, how many square footage or how many apartment or how many condo will be built on the top of the retail? And then regarding the hotel, do we any consider how big is the hotel? Like 150 rooms or 300 rooms? Do we have those ideas yet?
Very good questions. So those conversations are happening with Macerich. I'll provide a little bit of context. I had mentioned earlier that the housing for this site was identified in the housing element. State law requires any site identified in the housing element to be rezoned to allow for the development of housing. Los Cerritos Center is not currently zoned for housing. It's zoned regional commercial, RCR zone. And so pursuant to state law, the advanced planning team under Ms. Chan here is currently working on efforts to bring forth to both the Planning Commission and the City Council the entitlements to rezone pursuant to state law requiring us to do so to accommodate for housing. So right now, staff's efforts are meeting state statutes, are focused on meeting state statutes for that rezoning. And so I will note that in the housing element, the site was the city identified the site as an opportune site to accommodate 375 market rate, I would envision, apartment rental units in support of a direct connection to Los Cerritos Center. Beyond that, conversations about how big a hotel would be, the square footage, how many square feet of retail is very, very preliminary at this point, as staff's efforts are focused on the rezoning in compliance with applicable state housing law.
Okay, one more question is by 2028, so we have to build about 1,900 low-income housing. So if you build an apartment on the top of the retails, so that 300 units apartment will be qualified to accommodate that 1,900 low-income housing for the city of Cerritos, because I think apartment may not count. Condo or townhouse may count, but I don't know. Apartment, if you build apartment, can we count that number to the 1,900 low-income housing?
Yeah, so what Commissioner Hugh, Vice Chair Hugh is referencing, the city in our housing element was required to identify sites that can reasonably and suitably accommodate 1,908 units. In our housing element, we identified 5 sites, and on those 5 sites, there is a mix of housing units assigned for very low, moderate, and above moderate or market rate housing. The 375 units identified for the Macerich site are a part of that 1,908 units allocated. So whether it's apartments, condominiums, single-family homes, the city's obligation is to identify sites that can accommodate housing. The city is not required to physically build the units, but to identify areas and complete the required rezoning in furtherance of promoting the development of housing on these sites. And so the 395 at this site that we're discussing today, as well as the remaining 4 sites, have been appropriately designated to accommodate all 1,900 units, but it's spread out per site.
Okay, last question.
Sure,
sorry.
no, it's okay.
Okay,
This is great.
with 375 unit apartment and the commercial store on the bottom, and what is the maximum height it's allowed for those 2 buildings, including this apartment building and the hotel building?
So generally speaking, as part of the rezoning, staff is establishing development standards, including maximum height. And so the rezoning isn't necessarily to say that it must be retail on the bottom, apartments on top. It could also be a combination of horizontal placement on site. So you can have standalone apartment, standalone retail, or as you mentioned, a vertical combination. The development standards perceived, I'll go ahead, or excuse me, established, and I will caution that the entitlements for the rezoning have not yet been considered by the Planning Commission or the City Council at this point, but the development standards established for the mall will be very similar to the standards established for the existing apartment community in Cerritos, the ARIA development on the northeast corner of Bloomfield and Artesia Boulevard. So it's conceived around, 5, 6, 7 stories.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
That's it. Thank you, Chair.
Fantastic questions. So just to piggyback of what my commissioner said, I have great commissioners. That's amazing.
Mr. Chair, I do have.
Oh,
one
I'm sorry.
comment.
See, I'm got some. Commissioner Tagle.
First, thanks to the community development team for the report. A lot of great news in here. When we're talking about future growth, I look at it kind of putting on my business hat from the competitive analysis standpoint. So it's great that all of these business owners and franchisees and so forth chose to invest in Cerritos. I'd be interested to know, and I'm sure this happens in the course of all your work, so maybe this is another meeting, but I'd be interested to know the research on how they went about choosing Cerritos and how that could be applied for future. And then conversely, obviously, there are several businesses and franchisees and so forth that may still be considering or unfortunately have chosen to take their investment elsewhere. So I'd be interested to know, again, this doesn't have to be tonight, this could be for future consideration, but with these success stories, what is pushing them to invest in Cerritos? How can we learn from that in terms of future growth in all these projects that we're talking about? Thank you. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, a lot of other cities out there. I know that's a lot of research, but yeah, I'd be interested in some of that knowledge.
Fantastic. Again, fantastic questions. I'm going to get them all straight here. Vice Chair Hugh was absolutely right. Whatever the height or verticality is going down the line, the hope is at the end of this project, however it turns out, annually the city will be gaining $2 to $3 million annually, which is certainly a goal. We'll adjust for inflation later, but that's certainly an admirable goal. To piggyback off Commissioner Chang's questions and comments, and I'm segueing into what I'm going to say, is that's a round of applause to city staff. I know one of the issues that I talked about, and this is 10 years ago, pre-COVID, was that in the era of technology, our permitting process, first to the city and then to the county and et cetera, was way too burdensome. And so anything we can do now, and that we have done now, to streamline that process for our future franchisees and our future entrepreneurs is to be applauded. I think I don't think, unless you've been in the city for quite a while and had to deal with this, the thought of that we have county staff in City Hall to help streamline the process, even on a part-time basis, is a huge win. It's a huge, huge win for future entrepreneurs, future business owners, and that's going to make people go, oh, you mean I can do it both in-house? Wow, that's a draw. And that goes on to Commissioner Tagle's comments about, like, those are the type of things we need to be doing that make people, if they're judging between our city and another city, LA County, another county, go, oh, we can do it in-house there? Let's go there. It's going to make our lives so much more easy. And any business owner will tell you that we have enough on our plates. There's enough to do. If I can even save 1 day or 1 hour or 1 week in the permit process, because there's always going to be some process. But if we can streamline it to the best of our abilities, that is going to make us even more business friendly and make more business owners want to come to our city, which is only going to benefit the totality of our residents. So kudos to you for that. Kudos to my commissioners for your questions and your comments. That was fantastic. All right, moving on. Moving on, 6C, review and consideration of an informational report regarding the city's economic development webpage, features, and marketing initiatives. Ms. Miranda.
Thank you, Chair Reyes. The presentation this evening will be given in collaboration with our marketing administrator, Mr. Glenn Arnaudy, and myself. At this time, I am pleased to begin the presentation. The Economic Development webpage serves as a resource for businesses and investors by bringing together city programs, services, and tools that support the local economy. These efforts are complemented by marketing strategies which help promote Cerritos as a regional destination for business, commerce, and community engagement. At this time, I would like to direct your attention to the screen for the presentation. The Economic Development webpage highlights features that make Cerritos an attractive location for business investment. It promotes the city's streamlined permit processes and personalized business support. The webpage also acts as a one-stop shop for key programs and services that help businesses establish, operate, and grow in Cerritos. Overall, these features strengthen the city's reputation as a business-friendly community and reinforce our focus on economic development. The city's Economic Development webpage also showcases a variety of programs that directly support local businesses. The city's Business Ombudsman program provides a dedicated point of contact to help current and potential business and property owners navigate city and regional requirements. The Business Retention and Expansion, or BRE, program offers assistance for businesses seeking to grow, and the Site Selection program helps identify suitable properties, including zoning considerations and infrastructure availability. The webpage also features the benefits of locating in Cerritos, as well as our Business Spotlight program, which recognizes the outstanding Cerritos-based businesses and highlights their positive community impact. The Business Spotlight program remains a key initiative in promoting Cerritos businesses. Each month, the program recognizes a local business that has made a positive contribution in the community and exemplifies why Cerritos is an ideal place to operate. Program recipients are recognized during city council meetings and featured on the city's webpage at cerritos.gov/spotlight. Future social media outreach is also being planned for the near future to further promote these businesses. Some of the city's recent recipients include Trader Joe's, Pinkel Aerospace, White Lotus Florist, and Esther On Optometry. The webpage includes several tools designed to assist both new and existing businesses. As previously mentioned, the city offers a GIS mapping tool and community profile, where users can access data about demographics, available properties, and community amenities. Additionally, the webpage links to key economic development partners, including the Cerritos Regional Chamber of Commerce, the Los Angeles County Economic Development Corporation, and Celico WDB. The city's webpage, permits.cerritos.gov, also provides detailed information on business licensing and related requirements. Pursuant to Cerritos Municipal Code Section 5.04, all businesses operating in Cerritos must obtain a valid city business license. The webpage provides online access to applications for all license types, along with direct links to permits, sign regulations, and other help. Simple for businesses to comply with city regulations while supporting a safe and well-managed commercial environment. ShopCerritos.com is another important promotional tool for the Cerritos business community. The platform, accessible through the city's website or directly at ShopCerritos.com, highlights Cerritos' major retail destinations, including the Cerritos Auto Square, Los Cerritos Center, and Cerritos Town Center. It also features Plaza 183 and the city's neighborhood shopping areas. The webpage encourages residents and visitors to shop locally, helping retain sales tax revenue that funds vital city services. Looking ahead, the platform could expand to include regional and seasonal marketing promotions as well. At this time, I would like to turn it over to our marketing administrator, Mr. Glenn Arnaudy, who will share additional details on the city's marketing initiatives that complement these economic development efforts.
Thank you, Ms. Miranda. Good evening, Chair and members of the Economic Development Commission. This portion of tonight's presentation will focus on current and prospective marketing efforts that are being implemented by staff with the goal of strengthening economic development. Through cross-departmental strategic engagements, the Communications and Marketing Division develops and executes marketing initiatives to align with strategic plan goals number 4 and number 7, respective to collaborative efforts with the Community Development Department. Marketing efforts range based on the needs of each department. Some marketing initiatives that are currently being implemented include promoting city-organized events through various media outlets, creating new and enhanced web pages to grow visibility on projects and services, producing digital newsletters on key news, events, and programs, enhancing media efforts for the city and the Cerritos Center for the Performing Arts, and more. As such, efforts seek to draw the attention of the public with hopes to bring in new families, businesses, and developers. At this time, I am pleased to share the city's recent economic development promotional video.
The city of Cerritos is one of the Southland's premier commercial crossroads, located midway between the centers of Los Angeles and Orange County. We are home to many national and local firms who chose Cerritos for its high quality of life. We support a diverse and educated workforce with a park-like setting, shopping and dining, and state-of-the-art amenities. When it comes to helping businesses grow, Cerritos is always there to help. Our local ombudsman services and fast-track permitting gets new businesses up and running. Along with some of the lowest fees in California, Cerritos has no local property taxes, no library taxes, and no utility users tax. Our retail and industrial trades flourish in master plan developments like the Cerritos Industrial Park, Cerritos Auto Square, and Cerritos Town Center. Businesses continue to invest in Cerritos because we offer an unparalleled location and a refreshing approach to doing business. For more information, please contact the city's Community Development Department.
Additionally, current marketing efforts also include featuring businesses through the city's Business Spotlight program, in addition to enhanced promotional coverage of ribbon cuttings. Promotional coverage of ribbon cuttings has offered opportunities for businesses and the city to collaborate on various social media efforts featuring more engaging photo and video content, which has led to a greater reach and audience. As an example, we would like to share a video that was recently created by city staff to feature the grand opening of Chubby Cattle in Cerritos.
On behalf of the City of Cerritos and the Cerritos City Council, I want to express my sincere gratitude to Chubby Cattle for your commitment to serving the residents and visitors of our amazing city of Cerritos. Welcome to Cerritos.
Thank you.
In addition to current efforts, staff is working to strengthen existing duties and develop new marketing strategies. With respect to collaborative efforts with the Community Development Department, the Communications and Marketing Division will focus on identifying and implementing marketing strategies from the Economic Development Strategic Plan findings once completed. Furthermore, staff is exploring options to expand the existing Business Spotlight program to include an optional video testimonial that strengthens business collaboration and promotion. Lastly, Communications and Marketing will continue to provide promotional coverage at future ribbon cuttings events to enhance local business community through the city's social media platforms. In regards to other cross-departmental marketing efforts, staff is exploring options such as developing strategies to market public and private event rentals of city facilities, creating digital and traditional advertising strategies to market Cerritos businesses and community resources, and creating new social media campaigns to inform various city offerings to residents and visitors. Additionally, staff is exploring developing a comprehensive branding guide, progressing the development of a nonprofit fundraising entity for the Cerritos Center for Performing Arts, and more. Current and prospective efforts reflect the City Council's goal of strengthening economic development. Marketing efforts are subject to change based on findings from the Economic Development Strategic Plan once completed. Now, I will defer to my colleague, Ms. Miranda, for the remainder of this presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Arnaudy. In conclusion, the city's economic development webpage and coordinated marketing initiatives work together to support business attraction, retention, and expansion. Both efforts align with the City of Cerritos' strategic plan goals and demonstrate a proactive approach to economic growth. By providing resources, recognizing local success stories, and promoting Cerritos as a destination for commerce and community engagement, these initiatives help sustain a vibrant economy and reinforce Cerritos' reputation as a premier regional hub for business and investment. At this time, it is recommended that the Commission review and discuss the information provided and receive and file this report. This concludes our presentation. At this time, staff is available to answer any questions that the Commissioners may have. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Miranda. Thank you, Glenn. Any public comment? Seeing none, close public comment. Vice Chair Hugh, any questions for staff?
No, I'd like to thank our staff to provide such a good information for us. Thank you very much. Good report. Thank you.
Commissioner Chang.
Just a quick question. Looking at those videos, make me feel like, hey, this is a cool place to be, right? I want to be here to do business. I want to be here to visit. So I think you guys are in the right line. You want to make Cerritos attractive, and you did a good job.
Good job.
Commissioner Tagley.
No questions, yeah, no, great job, great content. I'm actually in the digital marketing field, so I can see you've put a lot of work into that and probably getting a lot of engagement. So yeah, keep it up, and I'm sure there's a lot of great content moving forward, but I think some of the content you're putting out definitely will appeal to all demographics and constituencies, so look forward to seeing more.
Okay, my comments, again, are going to piggyback off my commissioners. Fantastic presentation, Kiana, Glenn, well done. Two things that I wanted to mention. One, I think the business spotlight for businesses that have done well in our city at city council meetings, that's a great idea. I think we should be doing way more of that. And that leads into my suggestion that just popped into my head, was that maybe for a prominent new business that we think is going to do well, or that something we don't have in Cerritos already, they're the first one in, maybe we should recognize them at an Economic Development Commission meeting. Something that'd be brand new, that, again, something we could talk about later. We're not going to talk about it tonight, obviously, but something that, like, yeah, new business coming in that, hey, we're glad you're here. You're recognized by the Economic Development Commission, if not City Council. And I think that's something business owners would appreciate, especially new ones coming in. All right. Reports, 7A, designated commission liaison. Anything?
Thank you, Chair. No items to report tonight. For our next meeting, the Economic Development Commission will hold a special meeting on Wednesday, November 12th, 2025, due to the Veterans Day holiday. That is all for my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Miranda. 7B, reports from Economic Development Commission members. Vice Chair Hugh.
I don't have any report. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Chang.
Nothing here. Thank you.
Well, this is quick. Commissioner Tagley.
Yeah, I can comment on one of the new business opening ribbon cuttings I attended, which was the Baskin Robbins. Commendable job to the staff for bringing them in. I heard a lot of positive comments from the business owners themselves and some of the team from Baskin Robbins. Quite a turnout, quite a long line of business. Hopefully a good jump start for them. And as has been mentioned before, I think it's a great kickstart and encouragement for other businesses to know that they get this level of support from the get-go, from the city. So I was happy to participate in that event. Happy that my son got some ice cream, one of the first ones in that location. And hopefully we continue to support them well into the future. And it was good to see actually a business that had to relocate from within Cerritos choose to stay in Cerritos at another location, which hopefully is more advantageous for them. So looking forward to the next one.
Thank you, Commissioner Tagle. Mine's a little lengthy. I'll try to speed it up because I know it's been a long, productive meeting. Since our last meeting, as we all know, that I'm one of the sponsors at the Cerritos Center for the Performing Arts. I've been to several shows there. And if you'll bear with me for just 1 second, the Kansas show on September 10th was sold out. Toad the Wet Sprocket with Katie Tunzel and Vertical Horizon on September 11th sold over 1,200 seats. Revisiting Credence, which was Saturday, September 13th, sold out. The next day, Sunday in the afternoon, was Music of ABBA. They were sold out. A week later on Saturday the 20th, Vanilla Ice, Tone Loc, Tag Team, Color Me Bad, sold out or almost sold out. Every seat was filled. Why is this significant? And I could go on with Get the Lead Out on Saturday, September 27th. Sunday, September 28th was UB40 concert. That was sold out or almost sold out. And sandwiching those events were the Ube Fest on September 27th, 28th, and then this past weekend on the 11th and 12th. Why are these events significant for us? Simply because on those days that the theater was sold out, the average wait time at both Islands and Wood Ranch prior to the performance was 30 minutes to an hour for an average family of 3, family of 4. So clearly, these performances are drawing people into our city that don't already live here to shop at our town center, shop at our businesses, which is exactly what I've talked about with my fellow commissioners and members of council. Public-private partnership. City puts on events, whether it's Ube Fest or the concerts, people come to our restaurants. They realize how great Cerritos is. They want to come here more often. They want to start a business in Cerritos. That's what we want, bringing people in, whether it's an Ube Fest, whether it's, I think it's this Wally Festival was just happening or just about to happen, the concerts, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. These are things we should be working on. I know I'm going again to the George Michael tribute show on Friday. I don't know what ticket sales are, but I know they're probably above 1,000 seats sold already. Again, the restaurants will be packed. These are the type of things in economic development and economic support and business support we should be applauding. We should be applauding people coming to our restaurants and to our Kohl's and our Walmart in the town center. Also, I did hear some patrons say that since we don't have a restaurant open in the town center, they went over to Lazy Dog on the other side of town or BJ's. Again, they stayed within the city of Cerritos. They kept things going, which is exactly, again, promoting commerce in our city. That's a big part of what we do on this commission. And I know city council members are also in favor of that. It helps fund our programs, as Ms. Miranda has already stated earlier tonight. So well done, everybody. I will be at the George Michael concert Friday, and then I look forward to more events. I know there's more coming up, but it's been a long meeting, and we've talked about a lot of things tonight. With that, if there's nothing else, I feel like it's probably time to adjourn the meeting. All right? Meeting is adjourned.